Welcome to Tuesday's Tips from So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today let's take ordinary things that you have in the house and turn them into extraordinary. And how are we going to do it? With a nice big roll of sequins trim. And this comes in a lot of different colors. You can get it in blue and black and purple, green, gold, and you can get it in a really big roll from fabrichwholesaledirect.com. I'll put a link in the description for you. So the sequences are right on threads, so you can sew with this and you can craft with it. When you want to cover a container, make sure that you take the labels off and you've given it a good wash, because sometimes there's a lot of grease on this and the glue doesn't stick as well. So be sure to clean your containers really well. So let's start with some ordinary jars that perhaps you would have in your bathroom or even in your kitchen. And the first thing you need to do is decide on how wide you want it. Because these are on thread, you can cut to the size that you want. Now, because these are put on little threads, when you trim in between each of these layers, you will have these little threads that stick out. You really need to trim them nice and flat so that you don't have the little threads sticking out. It'll look more polished and clean by doing this. So the next thing would be putting glue or some kind of adhesive on the back so that you're able to stick it on the front. And there are a couple of different things that you can use. I like to use a permanent spray adhesive. So you would just shake this, put it down on a piece of paper, of course, wrong sides up, spray it, and then you're able to put it on the item. If you spray the jar, then the spray gets all over. So it's better just to spray the back of the sequins trim. And I like to start on the back where I'm going to have it join, make it nice and straight, and then you're able just to work it around, pulling slightly so that you do not have any wrinkles. And it's going to join up right where you originally wanted it. When you match the seams, make sure that the rows are all straight and you will never really notice the seam. You can cut a single row and you can even cover labels, and you can do the tops. If you're going to cover an old jar that you know you're going to use the lid, make sure that you leave room for the lid. If not, you're not going to be able to get the lid back on. You can even cover the candles that are controlled with light bulbs, so they're not real candles. Even colored glass would look nice with different colors over top. You can take an ordinary drinking glass and make it into a beautiful candle holder, or a little holder for tools or makeup brushes. Even the little mirror tiles that you can place candles on would look very nice with a little bling. Now, because they're on threads and they are bendable, you can always use them to make napkin rings. And what you would do is cut the size you want, plus one row. And if you use some type of a tacky glue, then put one row of glue just on that last row. Then you're able to just have it stick on the first row. And when the glue dries, you're going to have a nice napkin. Add 3 onto a jar. By adding 3 separate ones, you can get a jar that is larger in one area than another, and you can cut all 3 of the strips a different size. Be sure to check the glue that you are using, because some glues will work better on one item than the other. You need to have a glue that is going to be permanent. So check the label and find a glue that's going to work best for you. So now you can turn ordinary, everyday things into extraordinary, beautiful pieces for any room of your house. And it's just a matter of the sequins trim. Thank you for joining me today on Tuesday's Tips from So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.